There's a certain paradox in life for strong women. They're celebrated for their resilience, admired for their independence, and envied for their determination. Yet behind the strength lies a quieter truth: loneliness. It's a feeling many strong women know intimately, not because they're unworthy of connection, but because their journey often sets them apart. Society loves to praise independence, but it rarely speaks of the solitude that accompanies it. Imagine a woman who has overcome immense challenges. She's climbed mountains others wouldn't dare approach, and faced storms that would crush most. Her strength has become her identity, her shield against the world. But as she stands tall, where are the people who understand her? Where are the ones who can match her depth? Loneliness isn't a sign of weakness, it's often the result of being too strong in a world that thrives on mediocrity. In Psalms 46:5 it says, "God is within her, she will not fall, God will help her at break of day." This verse offers a profound reminder. Strength doesn't come from crowds or companionship. It comes from within, from the God who dwells in her heart. Today we'll explore why strong women often feel lonely, and how their independence, though burdensome, is also their greatest gift. Strength isn't born in comfort, it's forged in adversity. Strong women often have stories of hardship that shaped them, moments when there was no one to lean on but God. Perhaps it was the loss of a loved one, a betrayal, or a dream that crumbled before their eyes. These experiences didn't break them, they built them. Solitude becomes a teacher in these moments. A strong woman learns to stand on her own, not because she wants to, but because life demands it. While others may have the luxury of leaning on friends or family, she discovers an inner well of resilience. Every challenge she faces deepens her strength and sharpens her resolve. Society loves to portray independence as glamorous, but for strong women it's often born out of necessity. It's not about rejecting help or companionship. It's about learning to thrive when those things aren't available. The woman who walks this path doesn't just survive, she flourishes. Her strength is a testament to her ability to adapt, grow, and persevere. Strong women are often misunderstood, and this misunderstanding adds to their loneliness. Their confidence is mistaken for arrogance, their independence for aloofness. People see their strength and assume they don't need support, but the truth is far more complex. Behind every strong exterior is a heart that longs for connection, even if it rarely shows. Consider the moments when a strong woman is dismissed as too much. Her ambition intimidates, her resilience isolates. People admire her from afar but hesitate to approach her, unsure of how to relate. This misunderstanding isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. She often turns to God, seeking the understanding that eludes her in human relationships. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us to trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. For strong women, this trust becomes their anchor. They may be misunderstood by the world, but they are fully known by God. Independence is a double-edged sword. For strong women, it's both their shield and their burden. They've learned to rely on themselves, but this reliance often comes at the cost of vulnerability. Letting someone in feels like removing their armor, a risk they're not always willing to take. Society encourages women to be self-sufficient, but it also criticizes them for being too independent. This creates a dilemma. How does a strong woman navigate the fine line between vulnerability and self-protection? The fear of being judged, misunderstood, or hurt keeps many strong women guarded. Think of Ruth in the Bible. After losing her husband, she chose to leave her homeland, stepping into the unknown with nothing but her faith and resilience. Like Ruth, strong women often take paths others wouldn't dare walk. Their courage is undeniable, but so is the solitude that accompanies it. Loneliness, for all its challenges, often becomes the space where strong women deepen their relationship with God. When human relationships fall short, they turn to Him for the understanding, comfort, and strength they crave. In these moments of solitude, they hear His voice most clearly. A strong woman knows that her independence isn't purely her own. It's a reflection of God's work in her life. Psalm 46:5 reminds us that God is within her. She will not fall. This truth anchors her during her loneliest moments. She learns to see her solitude not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to grow closer to God. The biblical story of Mary offers a powerful example. When told she would bear the Son of God, Mary responded with unwavering trust, saying, "I am the Lord's servant." Like Mary, strong women find their strength in their faith, even when the world doesn't understand their path. Strong women are masters of setting boundaries. They understand that not everyone deserves access to their energy, time, or emotions. These boundaries protect their peace, but can also create barriers, making others feel excluded. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about prioritizing what truly matters. For a strong woman, relationships must align with her values and purpose. She's not afraid to walk away from connections that drain her spirit or compromise her integrity. While this protects her well-being, it can also contribute to her loneliness. Boundaries are a double-edged sword. They ensure her peace but often leave her isolated. Yet she chooses solitude over settling because she knows her worth. This choice, though difficult, is a testament to her strength and self-respect. Walking alone isn't just a burden, it's also a source of freedom. Strong women value authenticity over conformity, choosing paths that align with their true selves. This freedom allows them to live with integrity, even if it means facing loneliness along the way. Think of Queen Esther. She risked her life to fulfill her God-given purpose, standing before the king not for her own gain but for the greater good. Like Esther, strong women recognize that their independence isn't about isolation. It's about creating space to fulfill their calling. Walking alone grants them the freedom to pursue their purpose without compromise. It's a lonely road at times, but it's one paved with integrity, courage, and faith. Loneliness may be a part of a strong woman's journey, but it doesn't define her. Instead, it shapes her, teaching her resilience, faith, and self-worth. She learns to embrace her independence as a gift from God, trusting that He has a purpose for her solitude. Strong women understand that their worth isn't found in the approval of others, but in their identity as God's beloved. They walk with confidence, knowing their path, no matter how lonely, is guided by His hand. As 2 Corinthians 5:7 reminds us, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." Their journey is one of transformation, turning loneliness into empowerment and independence into purpose. They stand as living examples of resilience, showing the world that strength and solitude are not opposites but companions. The burden of independence is real, but for strong women it's also their greatest blessing. It allows them to live authentically, set boundaries, and find their worth in God alone. While loneliness may be a chapter in their story, it's not the end. It's a stepping stone to a life of resilience, faith, and purpose. For every strong woman walking this path, know that you are not alone. God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Your strength is not just a reflection of who you are, but of who He is in you.